Good day everyone. Today on the bench I'm going to tie you up a Bow River seal bugger. Here's a fly that Dale Freshie inspired me to tie. Seal bugger is one of our favorite flies to fish in lakes for years. The fly is created by Denny Rickards. Dale had a great idea. He said, why don't we tie a big heavy one? Why don't you try that and we'll fish on the Bow River, see what happens. And I'll tell you, it's been amazing. It's the only fly I have never sold or ever showed how it's tied. It's the first time I've demonstrated this or shown it. It was kind of my little ace in the hole when I was guiding. We've caught more fish on this fly than all others put together, I'm sure. And it's a very durable pattern. You can fish it all day if you don't break it off. It's a simple fly to tie, and basically the materials is the deal here, and the colors. So let's go over the materials we need to tie this fly. Start, I'm going to use a streamer hook, a size 2. It's I think it's a Gamakatsu. I'm not sure. I have them in bulk in my bins, but it's a very high quality size 2 streamer hook, whatever you can get at your local shops. The body material is a dark olive seal fur, and I threw in a little bit of kind of golden brown here, get a little glint. That helps a lot. The tail material, another important, don't go short on this, go for woolly bugger marabou. And this is sculpin olive. This I got from Darren at Hook and Hackle. It's a Wapsi product, and it's all selected marabou for your woolly bugger tails, and that is what you want. It's worth, a bag of that will go a long way and tie some really good flies. And then you'll need some large burnt orange saddle, and I want the larger feathers in the back to give me a, because it's a large fly, of course. So, and we're going to use some lead wire, a 35 thou lead wire. This is a heavy fly. I'm going to reinforce this whole fly with copper wire as well, so that it's a very durable fly. We've literally have fished it all day, and you don't go through many of them, I'll tell you, if you don't hang it up or lose it. But we've caught so many fish on it. It's just a basic woolly bugger pattern. There's not rocket science to tie these at all, but I just want to show it to you here. And Dale has got such a great savvy for fishing and some great ideas. He's always, a lot of these fly patterns I'm coming up with and taking credit for him, he plays an important role in a lot of that. He's fished so many places, and he's a great source of information and great ideas, and we kind of compile our efforts and materials and go to testing it on the water, and you'll be surprised what works, and what looks good sometimes don't work at all, fails miserably, and the next, you'd be surprised how simple a fly that could be so effective. So those are the ones we like to fish and tie, keep it simple, something that works. So I put the 35 thou on, and I did it across the whole shank. I really don't want this fly undulating a whole lot. I just want a lot of lead. I can get it down quick when we're throwing these to the banks. And we have caught a ton of big trout, good big trout with this fly. It's been just a great fly for us. So, and many of our clients they've been quite happy with it. So I'll grab a couple plumes here from the woolly bugger marabou, and you'll see how soft and select they are. We put them together, two like that, the tips lined up, and it's not going to swim like a lake fly with more undulation. And we weight the fly in the front. This one we just tie in the back, and this basically pulsates in the water. And we'll tie it right behind the lead. And I'm using 6/0 black thread. What happened there? No, one got away on me. Snuck away on me. Okay, got to make sure we get some good turns going behind it. Some good turns going behind it. I'm putting a lot of heat on this, and you can tie 3/0, but 6/0 is good. You can put a lot of heat on that and get more wraps. So that gives you a really nice pulsating tail. One of the secrets to the fly. Then we'll come in with some copper wire. And I use a lot of wire on my flies. Wherever I can use wire, I do, because it just makes everything so much more durable. I'm going to lay it along the shank here. I've got an extra turn on the bobbin, that's why it's not. There we go. Too much pressure on my bobbin thread there. Okay, then we come in with our seal fur blended with kind of a coppery brown ice stub. This is a dark olive. We've used olive as well. Works too. But this darker color is really good. I'm putting quite a bit on, and see how it, once I lose it here, it's very, very loosely dubbed on there, and that's good. I like that. I like a very loose dub body because I want to be able to pick it out a little bit. And it takes quite a bit of seal fur to cover this shank, but like I say, you're not going to go through a bunch of these. If you had half a dozen or a dozen of these, last a long time. Then I'll go into my saddle patch here, like softer hackle. This is kind of an oversized hackle that I couldn't use on a lot of other flies, but it works just great on this one right here. And then we'll size it up. It's soft, it'll breathe well. It can be fairly big on the large on front, a little oversized, that's okay. Tie it in the front, get a half hitch on there. I just tie it on my Norvise this way, but you guys know how to tie woolly buggers. The first fly we teach anybody to tie pretty much on fly tying schools. I wind it back, and I'm just going to reverse wrap the body forward with the wire. See, the hackle's got a big taper to it, that's good. Make sure your wire's tied off really well, because we're going to really pick on this one, and it's got to be durable. Got a good head on here. And we'll finish that off. I'll epoxy that head. Make sure it's got a good cement head. We want her indestructible. And I'll come in with a wire brush. A loosely dubbed body will start to pick out a little easier, and you'll see some of that glint coming out of it. And that's a very good coloration. Color of your sculpins. But it really breathes nice. You can pick it out with a bodkin as you well too. But usually that wire dubbing brush will plick it out good, or whatever you use. So there it is. It's not a pretty fly, but it works. So say it was our go-to, and all the good pictures I've got of some big rainbows and browns coming out of the Bow River and other rivers too, not just the Bow, but it was one that I spent quite a bit of time on at one time when I was guiding over there a little bit in between our lake seasons. And it's one you definitely want in the box. So thanks to Dale Freshie there. That was good input from the old bulldog, and we tied up this ugly big old woolly bugger, and it's been a great fly for us. So all the best. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Sports Fishing on the Fly on the bench.
To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one showing, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.